Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana-salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Tamal Krishna Goswami Namine. Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Swami Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shannavadi Paschatya Desatarini. So today, on the most auspicious occasion of the disappearance of our beloved spiritual master, His Divine Grace, Srila Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, Gurudev, I offer my prostrate obeisances at His divine lotus feet and beg forgiveness for all of my offenses committed at His lotus feet. It was a great pleasure that Srila Gurudev, when he got the land at Govardhan, so he was very much pleased that he got a land with a building to establish an ashram there in memory of Srila Prabhupada. I put the signboard in Hindi, ISKCON Bhaktivedanta Ashram. Then people became acquainted, and then they started calling as Bhaktivedanta Ashram. So, and then Gurudev took me around in the garden and showed me the Tamal and Kadamba trees. There are many Tamal and Kadamba trees in the garden, and some are old and some new Tamal trees were also coming up. So Gurudev showed me, and then he instructed me that you should never cut these trees. So when I came back from Mathura, I heard Ramchandra Prabhu told me that worker had cut the Tamal tree. So then I understood that what a big mistake has been done, and Gurudev would surely chastise me. So Ramchandra Prabhu, when he informed Gurudev that one Tamal tree has been cut, then Gurudev called me and he said that, I had told you not to cut any Tamal tree. So then I told Srila Gurudev that, Srila Gurudev, I had to go to Mathura and I had instructed that worker and I had practically showed him the Tamal tree, so he would not cut that. And I told Ramchandra Prabhu to supervise. But when I came back, he had cut the Tamal tree. So Gurudev told me that you are in charge of this place. So those who are working under you, if they will make any mistake, then you will be responsible for that. So your worker has cut the Tamal tree, so you are responsible for that as in charge of this place. And you have to get punishment for that. So then I submitted to Gurudev. So Gurudev, of course I am responsible because I am in charge of this place. So whatever goes wrong, I will be held responsible. So whatever punishment you want to give me, you please give, I will accept that. So Gurudev said, okay, you go now, I will call you few minutes after. So then after few minutes, then Gurudev called me. Then he told, okay, are you ready for your punishment? Then I said, Gurudev, I am ready. Then Sri Gurudev said, okay, this is your punishment. That the tree your worker has cut, you should go to that tree every day, pay your obeisances to that tree, beg forgiveness from that tree, and water that tree every day. So this is your punishment. Then I accepted that punishment and I did the way Srila Gurudev had told me. So then, after a few days, I saw the tree was growing and one small leaf was coming out from that tree. So I became happy that this tree has survived. It is not dead. And to my surprise, gradually the tree started growing and then it became a full tree. And that tree is still there in Govardhan ashram, where we have a second gate, small gate is there. Next to that gate, that tree is still there. So another time, Srila Gurudev, he was in Govardhan and he wanted to do his bhajan in the foothill of Govardhan at Rasastali. So that was after morning breakfast. So Gurudev called me and he told me that you should drop me at Rasastali. I will do my bhajan there. So that time we had no vehicle in the ashram, we had a scooter only. So I drove Srila Gurudev to Rasastali in the back of my scooter. And we went to Rasastali, then Gurudev got down and we offered our obeisances to Rasastali. Then Gurudev told me that now you can go back to the ashram. Then I asked Gurudev, Gurudev, how you will come back if I go back to the ashram? Then Gurudev said, don't worry, I will take care of myself. So then I came back to the ashram, but I was worried that how Gurudev would come back. So then I saw suddenly one tractor was coming and the tractor stopped in front of our gate. So then there were some people sitting in the tractor. Then I saw Gurudev was getting down from the tractor. So I was surprised to see Gurudev was coming in the back of the tractor. So Gurudev saw me and smiled. I also smiled at Gurudev. Then we both went and we served prasadam to Gurudev. So anyway, so Gurudev was very simple. And he was living like a Vraja-vasi when he was in Vrindavan and also in Govardhan. So Gurudev was in this way, he was always remembering Braj, though he was staying in America and other places. He was always remembering Braj and Braj inhabitants. One Vrajavasi, he was coming to our ashram, Govardhan ashram every day. And Gurudev would love to see him coming to our ashram and taking prasadam with us. And when Gurudev would write letter to me from America, he would write in the letter that whether that Vrajavasi is still coming to our ashram or not. So Gurudev was very fond of that Vrajavasi. So once Gurudev was there in Govardhan, he was sitting outside of our ashram in the garden facing towards Govardhan. And then that Vrajavasi came and he also started next to Gurudev. Started talking to Gurudev in Hindi. So Gurudev was relishing actually his talking. But I was thinking that Gurudev would not understand Hindi. And he's talking to Gurudev. Gurudev was chanting at that time. So I thought he's disturbing Gurudev. So I called that Vrajavasi to near me. But instead of coming near me, he just left. And when he left, then Gurudev chastised me. He said, "Why did you send him away?" Then I said, "Gurudev, I was just calling him because he was disturbing you. Then Gurudev said, "I was not disturbed with him. I am disturbed by you, that you sent him away." So then I again called that Vraja-vasi and told him to sit next to Gurudev. So he was so much loving the Vraja-vasis. The way the Vraja-vasis were talking, the Vraja-vasis were living, and the Braj itself, Gurudev was very fond of. And when he was coming to Vrindavan, Govardhan, he was living in a very simple way, like Vraja-vasis. Like we see in Vrindavan, Gurudev's room, very small room. And he had no air conditioner or cooler even. So in that conditions, Gurudev was living there, always meditating on Govardhan hill, Govardhan ashram, the Braj itself, and he was hankering to come and live in Govardhan, and in that way spend his rest of his life. So that's why he had told me that after coming from Mayapur, he would come and stay here. Though that physically that did not take place, but still Srila Gurudev's heart, Srila Gurudev is still there in Govardhan, in his samadhi, and he's still doing his bhajan there. And on this auspicious day, we pay our respectful obeisances, and remember Srila Gurudev's mood of living in Govardhan. Hare Krishna.